was better, sorry. That'll shut her up, let's turn her off. It doesn't work, I'm afraid. I just asked my family, they're in the car. But I'd like to. It is very exciting to be here as part of TED, and I'm sure a lot of people are sceptical, thinking, not that comedian MC today, she surely can't have a thought, and she doesn't. But I think it is incredibly, it's no coincidence, I'd say, that Byron Bay, you know, is a perfect place to host an event like TED. Byron Bay exists because of independent free thought. It exists because 20 or 30 years ago, people decided that they didn't want to think in a mainstream way, they didn't want to live in a mainstream way. So they came here and dropped out and then became mainstream. It takes a lot of courage to live on the edge, it takes a lot of courage to live on the fringe. Anyone that lives in this area or has been to this area sort of knows this has always been a really volatile and vital place to push your idea, to find something, to actually have scary ideas. People embraced things as insane as The Secret. That's how far we'll go, people. We are prepared to take anything on, particularly if it benefits us. I have to admit, The Secret was never one of my favourites until I backed into someone's Volvo, and it was great getting out, holding my copy of The Secret and going, so what did you do to make this happen? Then I left. It is, I think it's a very powerful and exciting and engaging thing to talk about ideas. And to talk about different ways of living, because by actually opening our minds or opening our hearts to new ideas, and it's not about talking and listening. I do believe this is an active and participatory event. It's about conversation. This is a conversation with each other in a room, and hopefully through the use of technology it will become a conversation with the world. And the more conversations we can have about a vision of where we're going to go in the future and how we're going to live and how we're going to make it a better place, the more powerful we are going to be as people to make those kind of things happen. Oh gosh, that sounded good. I didn't mean to say that. It's true. I'm even surprised myself right now. I have come to some things lately. One of the things I have actually noticed lately though, because around here, for example, just to give you a quick little picture, we have pictures of everyone if you're not from Byron Bay. Put your hands up if you're not a yoga instructor. Gives you a little bit of a picture of who we are and how we are. We are a compilation of everything here. We have from yoga instructors to bankers to multi-millionaires to hippies to stick twirlers to, you know, sort of people that have only just arrived here, to asylum seekers, to everyone lives here, and you'll find them all in a cafe just down the road. It is about integrating this exciting hot pot of people and ideas, so it is great to be here. And everyone has something, you know, a little bit special here. I've actually recently discovered that I'm gluten intolerant. It's true. It's terrible. It's a new phenomenon. I've realised I can't tolerate gluten-intolerant people. Like, get your special bread, get in the car and go. You and your $10 bread. Isn't it funny how this whole dietary thing, that's about an idea. To me, that is an example. As a comedian, I'm always picking up on these ideas, and I'm usually minimising them and reducing them to something that's probably not accurate, but it's usually funny. I get paid for it. Other people get to do it, they're called politicians, but you know, you get to like me and not them. So, and it's true, the whole dietary thing, you'll sort of notice what happened is like 20 years ago, everyone ate what they were given, didn't you? You just ate it, you know. These days people go, I'm sorry, I'm a celiac, I can't eat that, you know, I'm lactose intolerant, I'm a vegetarian, I'm vegan, I'm this, you go, oh God, fuck, just eat what you were given. It's rude to not eat what you were given. 20 years ago you did it, and sure, you know, what happened then, you know, people might have got a bit itchy. Swell up and feel the nut allergic people die. But at least we bred them out. You know, that is a joke. Your children will be safe at my house. It just amazes me how these ideas take on, people take them on and they live them. I had a dinner party recently and a lady came over and she said, I'm a breatharian. I went, oh, God, okay. It's like an upmarket word for an anorexic. Breatharian. So I've made a lovely meal. I don't like cooking. But when I do, I like to share. I think it's about sharing. And she was sitting in the corner like a pot plant. And I felt bad because she wasn't partaking in this communal meal. So I said, come over here, come over here, come over here. Put her near us and I parked her in front of the fan and said, go for your life. She had top night. It's all about giving and sharing. Today's going to be very exciting. We have so much to share, so many ideas to communicate that I think it's going to be fantastic. Something interesting before I introduce our first speaker for today that I came across as some information. I don't know if you're aware about that. In Australia, I think all around the world, we very much have turned into an economy, and education being very much seen as a consumer item now as part of an economy where things become vocationally oriented, meaning that across the world, I don't know if you're aware of this, but arts degrees are closing up because no one's doing them because there's no job at the end, which kind of seems ironic. Anyway, because no one who did an arts degree usually ends up with a job, like myself. But what it means, though, is that the more things become vocationally oriented to the point of your end point of the end game, where you come out and you get your job and you make your money, you buy your car and your mortgage and you fit back into the system, without people going out there and doing philosophy and sociology and literature and talking about things and talking about ethics and how we live for no vocational outcome but purely for the sport of having conversation and having thought, then thinking may die out. Put that in charge. So these events are really important because it's up to the community to think now. It may not be vocationally oriented, it may be purely for the sake of your communities and your world's longevity, which I think is the best reason to think.